I know you want to cry. Girl, you know I, girl, you know I've been feeding, wake up in a late night dream about you. Girl, you know girl, you know I've been feeding, wake up in a late night dream about you. Sex.
Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and today I'll be talking about my labor and delivery. I know I have already made a labor and delivery video, but I didn't like how it came out. Things were out of order. I was confused, didn't know what the heck I was talking about. We're gonna read through it, and I'm gonna be reading off of these cards. If you guys see me looking away from the camera, that's why. So yeah, let's get started. For me personally, my pregnancy was easy. I was not nauseous. I never had morning sickness, just that my stomach was growing, obviously. I know for girls, their pregnancies are hard. They're different. Everybody's pregnancy is different. So, but for me, I think it was easy. So around 38 weeks pregnant, I was 1 centimeter dilated. We tried inducing labor, starting at 35 weeks, I'm thinking. 35 weeks, I think. And I was eating lots of pineapple, walking a lot. I would go walking with my mom a lot, everywhere, all the time, and eating spicy foods. I started having my appointments every week for the last month. I think it was for the last month of my pregnancy. So my last appointment went by and she was perfectly fine. I was 1 centimeter dilated, and that was good. That was a good process, I'm guessing. Okay. And on that last scheduled appointment for my OB, the doctor said that if she didn't come out the 25th, that we would have to schedule a date. So we scheduled the date for August 28th at 6 p.m. and because the doctor let us choose when was the day that we wanted her to be born, if she wasn't born on her regular date. So we chose the 28th of August. I was excited and scared at the same time, but my family and friends helped me get through it. They were motivating me and things like that throughout, my last week of my pregnancy, because that was me and my boyfriend were nervous about it. Me and my boyfriend tried helping me induce so that I don't know, I can do that again. We tried to induce my labor so that she would come out without medications, and so that she was her regular, was supposed to be. She was supposed to be born on August 25th, but she was born 4 days later. Alright, baby? She's trying to grab her toy. We had our hospital bag ready, her diaper bag ready. The car seat was already installed in my mom's truck for the last week, I think. I don't remember how long it was installed in the truck, but as you guys can tell, the day of the inducement, I was at my boyfriend's house. He took me home so that I could eat and shower before we were going to the hospital. I had to do things quickly to take things to the truck, because then we were going to be late for our scheduled inducement, obviously. And we went, after I took a shower and ate and everything, we went to my boyfriend's house to pick him and his mom up so that we could head to the hospital. And it made me and him more nervous because we knew that she was finally going to be in our arms. We were waiting for so long. I know that we were young, but YOLO. I'm just kidding. But we knew that she was gonna make a big change in our lives. We knew that. But so on the way to the hospital, we were nervous. Everybody was talking about it. My mom and his mom were asking me, how did we feel? Are we scared and stuff like that? And my dad and my siblings and his dad and his siblings, they stayed home so that they wouldn't have to wait there the whole time. Like, nothing's really gonna happen that day. So everybody went the next day. So when we got to the hospital, we went up to the labor and delivery at UNMC. We signed things to be assigned to our labor and delivery room, and it took them about like 5 minutes. It was pretty fast. It took them around 5 minutes to get me into my room. They gave me a robe to put on. That one, it's like a blue one. I'm pretty sure like you guys had to like try one for like just regular doctor's appointments. And they made me do that and take off my clothes under. And then 5 minutes later, after I was done changing or whatever, they came into my room. They came into my labor and delivery room so that they can insert the IV. So they would insert the IV in my arm, in my veins, to start the inducing process. It wasn't really painful. It just felt like a normal shot. And during my pregnancy, I had a lot of shots, so I was basically used to it because they would like take out blood all the time to check if I was fine, check for like diabetes, like stuff like that happens during pregnancy. Me, Eve, my boyfriend, his mom, and my mom, we were waiting patiently to see if anything would happen, like contractions would start, and waiting for me to dilate. But that took a while, actually. So yeah. My mom sent me and my boyfriend to walk around the hallways, so that I could dilate faster. And we went for like about 35 minutes. We went like through the stairs. Well, we couldn't go actually through the stairs because he had to help me carry. It's like a cart thingy that they have the IV connected to, and the cords that are connected to me. And so we went back to the room, and the nurse put on the baby monitor to listen to the heartbeat. It's two monitors. It's like it's pink or blue of whatever gender you're having. And well, I guess that's what the doctor told me. But so they put two of them on my stomach right here. Like they were like this big, like the size of the bottom of this cup. The water just fell. But yeah. After they put that monitor on me, I kept having to go to the restroom. I don't know why. I went about like 5 times, and it took me forever because I had to get out of bed, and my boyfriend had to help me because I had that whole monitor with me. And after I got out of the restroom, the the nurses had to come in to fix the baby monitor so that they can listen to her heartbeat. So they can listen to her heartbeat. And the contractions started kicking in after like 2 hours after the medication started. It took a couple hours for me to be able to get to 4 centimeters. So when I got a 4 centimeters, I was at 2 centimeters actually. I think 1 or 2. I wasn't contracting and stuff, and they said that if I didn't contract, they were gonna give me a C-section, and I didn't. I was worried that I didn't want a C-section because you know how it be. But when I was at 2 centimeters, they inserted like a balloon thing. It was like this big to be able to open me up to 4 centimeters, and it was painful. It actually was, because they had to insert it up to my uterus, I think it was, and to be able to open, like, stretch out my cervix because I wasn't dilating fast enough. So they dilated me to 4 centimeters with that bubble thing. I think it was filled with water. And so time passed by, and I got my epidural at 4 centimeters. I don't know why, but I did. Because one contraction hit me so hard, I started crying. Because I'm a weenie, Just kidding. So since I had to pee so many times, they put the urinary catheter in me so that I could pee, because I couldn't get up and walk after they put the epidural in, because I wouldn't be able to feel my legs. You don't feel your waist down. She's faking, guys. She's faking. So after they put the catheter in, like, the nurses kept having to, they came in like every like 2-3 hours, I think, to empty out the catheter and, like, take out the pee. I would try to take naps in between, so, like, I had rest before, she came and everything. And they kept waking me up because when I would move when I'm sleeping, the baby monitors kept coming off, or like moving in certain ways where they couldn't hear her heartbeat. So they kept coming in and trying to mess with it to get her heartbeat going again. It was hard finding how to sleep over the night because of that. But the same things kept happening. I just kept getting contractions. I was fine. The baby was okay. I had like a lot of contractions overnight. And the epidural started fading away. So technically I can say that I didn't have the epidural because it didn't work on me. So the doctors were coming in and out, like, during the night, not all the time, but they would come in to check on me and, like, to see if I'm okay, if I need, like, anything or whatever. Dude, what? You're gonna pull my hair? So in the morning, everything was okay. Family came over to, like, just to visit me and my boyfriend, to see how everything was going. And technically everything was fine. Contractions were fine. The baby was fine. So, like, once we got visitors, we started, like, because there was, like, a whiteboard. They have a whiteboard there. And my older sister, she got a marker and she started writing everybody's names down, and we had to guess what time we thought she would be born, and everybody kept choosing times. And after like an hour, we just kept eliminating people because they didn't win. We didn't even have a prize for the winner, so I don't know what the whole point of it was. My mom and his mom kept making me and him go walk around for a while. They came with us a couple times because they were hungry, so we went downstairs to some food thing. It was expensive, like there's no point, honey. But I took a nap like around 4 or 3:30, 3:30 or 4. The nurses woke me up to check how dilated I was, and they checked how dilated I was, and I was already 10 centimeters dilated. Because they checked me one more time before that, and I was 5 centimeters dilated. And in an hour, I literally dilated to 10. I started dilating a lot faster after that. And they took like 10 minutes to come inside the room after they told me it's time to push. We had practice pushes. We had 2 practice pushes. So that I could practice pushing, because I didn't take any classes. I didn't take any team parent classes. Nothing like that. Yeah, so they took long. And I technically pushed for like 15, 20 minutes. I pushed like 4 times. I pushed 4 times, literally. And this little chickmunk came out, I mean. Yeah. So then, Brianna Rico Salazar was born on August 29th of 2019 at 5'17". She weighed 7 pounds 14 ounces, and she was 20 inches long. And so I had her skin to skin for about an hour, and then I passed her on to her dad. Then the doctors took her to weigh her and everything. They gave her 4 shots, and she didn't even cry for anything. She was calm and everything. And while they were doing that, I was ordering food because they took forever to get my food in, you know. And the nurse took me to the restroom. Helped me get up. Took me to the restroom to put one of those big pads on. They were like, people say they're really uncomfortable, and those underwear things, like, they're really not that uncomfortable. Like, they may be loose, but no se sienten incómodos, you know. Hold your bottle. Like, it wasn't really uncomfortable, you know. And lots of my family came. In to see the baby. It was crowded in the room. There was a lot of people in there. But they kept like taking turns. People who like, they would come out and in and out, so that it wouldn't get so crowded for the baby. She was a little brat. And my boyfriend's cousin, Mona, helped a lot during the first day when she came out. She helped me change her. And then after I was ready, or when we were ready, they made us put our things onto a cart. And they put her on top. And the nurse brought in a wheelchair. And we went into different rooms so that we could stay. It was pretty small. Like, it was pretty small. And we couldn't find any way for us also play at night. We got different visitors there at night because we had to stay there for another night. Okay. They made us stay in there for another night. And but what I was talking about is they made us stay there for another night because they still had to do tests on the baby, and like they usually just make you stay up one more night. And that same day they took her, they took blood out of her heel, like the bottom of her foot, for testing. And he would get nervous and he would go to the restroom. And yeah, but I mean during the night they tried to take her to take her a shower. It was like at 12 or something in the morning, and I asked them if they could do that in the morning because why are they gonna take her a shower like, you know, so early or so late, I mean. So yeah. So then that night his mom stayed up with the baby all night. My mom went home to rest because I think she had to go back to... Oh no, she didn't go to work. I don't know why she went home, but she went home. And then in the morning of the next day, it was just like normal. I tried latching the baby. I did that like an hour after she was born too. She did fine with latching. And I was having difficulty of her latching like the second day because I don't even know why. But yeah, so I had to fill out a lot of paperwork. They came in for us to sign papers for the birth certificate, all of our information, the baby's information, his information, all that paperwork that we had to do. And we sent all that paperwork. Then I got my birth control there that same day, the next day after she was born. And they let us go that day, like around like 2. I think it was around 2. And his mom had left that morning because that was the day after was my boyfriend's little sister's birthday party. So yeah. So she went home to make food. So we packed things. We ate before we left. Then that was pretty much it. The nurse took us down to our truck and we went home. It was nice to finally have the baby home. Then after that, when we got home, I went to my boyfriend's house because they were having a party, but I had to be inside, so I wasn't outside. I had to be covered and everything. But yeah, so that was it for my labor and delivery video. I will try putting in pictures of the labor and delivery, only some of them, and of the baby now. Right now she's 4 months. She's about to be 5 months next week. So yeah, thank you guys. I hope you guys liked it. So please like, comment, and subscribe to the ESB family, whatever, you know. But yeah.